The Council of Islamic Organizations of Greater Chicago, the CIOGC or the Council, is a fulfillment of the commandment of God that says, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold fast to the rope of Allah and be not divided. Back in 1992, when we established the CIOGC, we established with about 15 members. Now we have 60 plus members of the council. And that reflects the growth of the community, the new masajid coming up, new organizations being formed. So it's quite a rapid growth.
So the mission of CIOGC is to be a unifying federation of Islamic organizations. And the key word there is unifying.
The major success of the Council of Islamic Organizations is bringing all of the diverse Muslim communities together and keeping them together and learning from each other, networking with each other. And that has been happening for more than 2 decades.
I look at the Council as a unifying power of the Muslim communities. Honestly, before the Council, we rarely meet. When the Council started to exist, we see each other. We meet, we talk, we discuss projects and issues. We come to an agreement in certain issues concerning our Muslim communities in particular and the community at large.
We see Arabs, non-Arabs, we see African American, local Muslims, Indonesians, Bangladeshis.
The involvement of a diverse group of Muslims is important. We need to work together to get to know one another. Many years ago, there was one Eid at McCormick Place, and all of our children come to know that all Muslims don't look just like me. They're Muslims from everywhere in the country.
Through the influence of the council, Governor Pat Quinn established the Muslim American Advisory Council, which meets regularly and advises the governor on issues of importance to Muslims.
The special thing about the Muslim American Advisory Council is that with these reports, we have outlined a policy agenda for the Muslim community, and we are able, in a very formal way, to tell the governor what issues we support and what issues we oppose. And already, 2 recommendations have been implemented. CIOGC has been effective in raising policy issues to elected officials, and not to mention organizing a drive down to Springfield each year.
The 3rd president of the United States in 1805, before Abraham Lincoln was even born, he had a iftar dinner at the White House. And we want to have that great tradition here at the House that belongs to the people of Illinois.
We have been able to lobby the Illinois legislature on issues of importance to us as well as general importance to civil rights of Muslims as well as non-Muslims. CIOGC engages a lot with the law enforcement at the federal level. We have a quarterly meeting with the Department of Homeland Security, and we have regular meetings with the FBI. And we use these meetings to bring out the concerns of the Muslim community. That helps. Of course, they want to get information about the Muslim community, and we want to let them know the concerns of the Muslim community.
I think a lot of people don't really understand what interfaith is about. Interfaith is not simply having people who look religious come together and take pictures. It's really about establishing deep-rooted relationships with members of other faith traditions. It's part of our historical legacy as Muslims. This is something the Prophet ﷺ did when he was in Medina by establishing a covenant. Throughout the various empires of Islam, religious communities lived amongst and within the Muslim community for centuries. The CIOGC's relationship with a variety of religious communities of Chicago is a centerpiece of the CIOGC work.
CIOGC has interfaith relations in its DNA. I say that because the methodology has always been to build partnerships. When I look at the work of CIOGC, I see an organization that wants to work on behalf of the Muslim community, but knows that the Muslim community's work is work that goes well beyond the boundaries of the Muslim community.
One of those religious communities is the Catholic community in Chicago, and in particular, the Catholic Archdiocese of Chicago, headed by the Archbishop Francis Cardinal George. He has been a very strong partner in interfaith relationship with us. He's attended almost on an annual basis all of our interfaith Iftar Ramadan programs, as well as coordinated various dialogues with us, both at a lay level as well as a more scholarly level.
Through our membership in the Council of Religious Leaders of Metropolitan Chicago, we interact with leaders of all faiths in the Chicago area.
In all of the work that we do with the Catholic Archdiocese, or whether it's with the Presbyterian Church or others, relationship building is key. And that takes time, it takes trust, and it takes a sense of understanding. And that's what the CIOGC is doing with these particular efforts. We want to develop an understanding of Islam for the leadership of the various faith communities of Chicago and to prevent misunderstanding.
Muslims are generally portrayed negatively in mainstream media. We're portrayed as terrorists and just generally bad people. Mainstream media is not focused on the good parts of Islam and Muslims. CIOGC works vigorously to portray Muslims in the correct light through our Chicago Crescent, through the website, through our e-news, through press conferences. The CIOGC is the face and voice of the Muslim community in the Chicago area.
CIOGC is an organization that continuously works to improve the lives of American Muslims. The work requires a lot of resources, and there is no limit to the needs of the community.
At the level that we work with, and the number of people that we serve, which is about 400,000 Muslims in the Chicago area, we should be even bigger. And we are looking to be bigger. We are looking to expand. We are looking to expand the services to our members as well as provide services to them.
I urge you to think about all the work that the Council is doing on your behalf and be a pillar of support.